Just like humans, pets can have cancer too. We're learning more about that today. I am here with Dr. Mariel Edlin and Dr. Joseph Edlin with Gentle Vets Hawaii Kai. Hello.
Good morning, Trini.
Good morning, and you're very right. One of the unfortunately, most common diseases we see with dogs nowadays are cancer and different kinds of cancer. And since we advanced a lot, they get older, and that's the main reason that we're seeing the cancer. The older you get, the more prone your cells are to getting cancer.
So how would a pet owner know if their dog or cat has cancer?
Basically, you start at home. You know, you are petting your dog all the time, and you see for lumps. And when you find something that's suspicious, is bring it to us, and we will confirm with you if it's something that's to be concerned of, if it's a tumor, if it's a lymph node, something that we always have to look at it and confirm it.
Okay, so what do you guys do to check for cancer?
One of the first things we'll do is we'll actually just palpate the mass with our fingers, and so we feel it, and there's different textures, and after years of experience we get to know the different textures, but that doesn't give us a definitive answer. The next step is imaging, and with the CT scanner that we've got here, we can go from nose to tail literally, and we find lumps and bumps all over, outside and inside the body. After that, what we'll do is we'll do some sort of biopsy, whether it's a fine needle aspirate, excisional biopsy, but we'll get a piece of the tissue and actually put it under the microscope or send it off to specialists and have them look at it under the microscope to determine whether or not it is a type of tissue that we're worried about.
And I'm sure a lot of your patients are relieved that you have this kind of technology here. A lot of places don't have it.
Oh, we're very lucky to have the CT. In fact, it was the first full-service CT scanner put into use in Hawaii. It's a phenomenal machine. It's the envy of a lot of universities around the country and the world. And it does allow us to see an incredible amount of things that you couldn't see before. And so we can identify, is there a problem? Is there not a problem? Where do we go after the masses? Where do we get our tissue from? And so imaging is it's the critical first step in cancer therapy. Where are our tumors and what are they doing, and are they growing? Are they shrinking? How are they responding to therapy? But the only way to have that is by looking. And there's no better way to look than with good imaging.
So what types of cancer are there for pets?
Pets can have a range of from skin cancer to liver cancer, bone cancer, and they all vary on their outcomes and their treatments. So it's determining, what kind of cancer you have, and it's the key to being able to treat it and successfully, beat the cancer.
Okay, you mentioned treatment. What can we do if our pet has cancer?
One of the things we can do is, there's a lot of different things that we can do. There's chemotherapy, there's radiation therapy, which is difficult in Hawaii. We can do surgical excisions. Right now we're working with an experimental vaccine against osteosarcoma. It's one of the killer vaccines. Shorty is a case that we've got, and he's running around now. We've developed a vaccine for this cancer, which they're showing 80% positive results in France with this vaccine. So there's a whole gamut of new cancer technologies. We're really up on this because we've gone to the World Cancer Society, the Cancer Society in the U.S., and the surgical oncologists were really into the cancer treatment, and there's a lot of fantastic things happening on individualized therapy for cancer.
Okay. So what is the take-home message here for all of our viewers with regards to cancer?
I can put it in one word. It's called hope. Don't give up. Shorty is a perfect case. He has a tumor that would have killed him. He'd be dead 2 weeks ago if he hadn't had the kind of therapy that we're giving him. He may go on to live several more years as a result of the therapy we're giving him. Don't give up hope. If your dog has cancer, there's a lot of hope with the new technologies that are available.
Okay, doctors, thank you so much. Again, Gentle Vets Hawaii Kai, always with the latest technology.